Just like that, Donald J. Trump becomes president about 2 weeks ago, the 47th president sworn in as the commander-in-chief of the United States. Of course, he was POTUS 45. And you know what? You can stick one of these, a fork, right into DEI. Actually, since we're talking about DEI, hold on. I've got to get a bigger fork. Let me see what I can do. Oh, how about this sucker? Right here. A barbecue-sized fork. You get the idea. DEI, what does it stand for? By now, I'm sure you know what it stands for as well as the roots, but let me give you a quick historical perspective. The acronym stands for Diversity, Equality, and Inclusion. And it came into fruition in the summer of love, the summer of 2020, aka the George Floyd summer. You see all the big Fortune 500 companies here. They all were quick to hop on to that DEI train and pour billions of dollars into DEI programs. Well, guess what? They're hopping off the DEI train. So you see it on the private side of industry and you see it within government. As President Trump, he signed an executive order, one of hundreds he has signed in his 2 weeks, and with the stroke of a pen, he sent DEI to the grave. Ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing. Sent it right down the old commode, the toilet, where it belongs. Now, Trump had a chance recently to speak to the media. This was following that horrific plane crash outside Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C., the collision last week with the American Airlines flight and the Army helicopter. May our finest rest in peace, as well as those innocent souls, which included a ton of figure skaters for the U.S. team. May they all rest in peace. And my condolences to their family. When Trump met with the media, I have a couple of quotes to share with you. The first quote basically sizes up the standard of folks that were hired by the FAA to do these all-important jobs as air traffic controllers. Maybe I should say lack of standards because of the DEI standards and rules and practices, best practices that Biden and his administration put into place. Take a look and listen to POTUS 47.
Then my administration will set the highest possible bar for aviation safety. We have to have our smartest people. It doesn't matter what they look like, how they speak, who they are. It matters intellect, talent, the word talent. They have to be talented, naturally talented geniuses. You can't have regular people doing that job. They won't be able to do it.
Now, this second quote, I'm going to sum it up in my own way, short and sweet. It basically highlights reports that under these DEI programs, the FAA was simply hiring wackadoodles instead of the best person for these all-important jobs. Once again, here's Donald J. Trump.
I do want to point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so.
And as we wish DEI a so long and a goodbye forever, I think of Dr. Martin Luther King, MLK, and of course, so apropos, during this month of February, Black History Month, and what he once said about having a dream about his own children and what mattered most being the content of character. Here's a look, here's a listen to Dr. King.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I've heard that a million times, and it never gets old. Raises hairs on my arm and gives me chills. May he rest in eternal peace. And the world could use more of MLK nowadays. And hopefully we'll see it as the Trump train gets rolling and DEI gets put to rest.